everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you could be here with me. I wanted to talk today about my top 10 most watched booktube channels. And as you probably guessed, as a booktuber, I also watch other booktubers and I gain inspiration from other booktubers and I get book ideas from other booktubers and collaboration ideas and book tag videos and all that fun stuff. I don't just go into these videos solely off the top of my head with all these original ideas. Some of my ideas are original. I still put every bit of me into it that I can. But I have a lot of booktube channels that I watch, and I want to give you my top 10. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer on these. Just because I list these channels as my favorite, most watched channels doesn't mean that I catch all of their videos. I don't always get a chance to watch all their videos. Sometimes I find myself having to make myself a note to go back and watch the backlog of all of their different videos and see what they put out in the past, as well as the ones that I currently watch that they've currently released. I don't always get to all of their videos, but these are the channels that I watch the most out of everything that I watch. And I would say I probably watch about 90% of their content, if not more. But it's probably right around the 90% mark. So yeah. And you may be thinking, well, Chaz, where do you get time to read? And where do you get time to actually have a life? And do you work? Yeah, I work. But I have a YouTube problem. But it's a good problem, I promise you. So let's get right to it. We'll talk about these channels. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and like the video if you're enjoying the content and you want to help support me. I would love and appreciate that so much. And without further ado, let's get right to it. The first booktube channel that I want to mention is a relatively new one for me. David over at David's Book Reviews has a really awesome channel. I got connected with David probably 2 or maybe 3 months ago, but I just noticed that he's about to celebrate his 1-year anniversary on BookTube. So he's been around for a while, and I just never caught his videos, but he's got some really great content. He's fun, he's engaging, he obviously loves books and loves to talk about books, so I just really enjoy checking out his videos. And with his channel, as with all of the channels I talk about today, I am going to leave links in my description below so that you can go and check them out. And if you think that you will really enjoy his content, make sure to subscribe to him and support him. He's a really great guy, and I always look forward to seeing the new videos that he uploads. So David's Book Reviews is the first one on my list today. And the second one is Allie over at Book Binge. So her channel's name is Book Binge, and Allie's got a really great personality, really lively, really engaging, and she does a lot of different booktube content, not just the normal stuff that you see like book tags and book reviews, which she does those as well, but she also does some really good topical discussions. She's done a discussion on consumerism in the booktube community, and she's done other topical videos that are just really thought-provoking and really engaging, and they make you think in a different way and in a unique way about what it is to be a part of the booktube community and just book lovers in general. So I think her channel is really unique in a lot of ways. She's done some really fun play acting videos where she one video she went on a date with a book. It was just fantastic and fun. So make sure that you check her out. If you are interested, she actually did an interview with me not long ago, and I'll leave a link to that video down below as well, so that you can check that out. And she interviewed me about my book, and just make sure to check out the rest of her videos as well. She's a lot of fun. And the third channel I want to mention today is another new one for me. I haven't been watching her very long, but Ariel over at Reading and Whatnot is a lot of fun to watch and listen to. And the thing I love about her channel is she really kind of changes it up. She location, you know, sometimes she'll make videos from her car, sometimes she'll make videos from her bedroom, sometimes she'll make videos from other places, and you know, you're not always seeing her in the same scenery, and that's kind of cool. Even though I love the traditional, you know, film in front of your bookcase motif, but it's nice to have it changed up every once in a while. And she puts a lot of work into her videos and into her book reviews especially, and letting you know what she likes, what she didn't like. She's really good about giving you enough information about the book without getting into too many spoilers, and she's doing a really great job. She's growing fast too. She's almost at 100 subscribers. If she hasn't already hit that, she's about to. So go support her, link in the description below as with the others, and check out her videos. She's got some really great stuff. And the fourth one is Sabriel's Bell. She does mostly book reviews. She does some other book related content as well, but she does mostly book reviews, and her book reviews are really detailed. I mean, she has a number scale for each different category of books that she reviews. You know, she'll review the plot, and she'll review the characters, and she'll assign them each a number value, and at the end she'll come up with her final score. And it's a really detailed review, and I think that's really a great value to be able to watch a video like that and get such an in-depth review without getting too many spoilers. Again, she's really good about keeping it fairly spoiler free. And I've gotten a lot out of her reviews that I've watched, as well as some of her other videos. She puts a lot of effort and time into creating those videos, and she doesn't just do the standard fantasy fare. She does fantasy, she does literary fiction, she does classics. She's all over the board, and I really think that's good. She gives you a really broad spectrum of book-related content, and I can't recommend her channel enough. So make sure that you check out her, find her link in the description below, and go subscribe to her channel and see what she's all about. All right? Number 5 is Megan's Book Revelations. I happened upon her channel, oh gosh, it's probably, I think it may have been a year ago. She had commented on one of my videos, and I went and checked out her channel. And I was like, wow, she's got some really great stuff. We have a lot of stuff in common, fantasy especially. She likes a lot of the same books. But she was constantly recommending books on her channel that I'd never really run across before or hadn't heard much about. Maybe I'd heard the name, but I didn't really know much about it. So I'd highly recommend checking out her channel. She's got a lot of energy. She puts a lot of effort into her videos as well. She gives a lot of great content, and she does a lot of fun readathons and buddy reads, and she's got a large following for her buddy reads and everything. So definitely make sure to check out her channel too. Number 6 is Philip Chase. Boy, I tell you what, I really like Philip Chase's channel. He's got such a unique outlook on the fantasy genre. He primarily reviews fantasy, and he's a professor of medieval literature and things like that, which I think is really cool, and that brings a really unique perspective to the booktube community. But he's got a deep love of fantasy literature, and it's so cool to watch his videos, to see him interact with his followers, and he does a lot of really cool interviews. He's had some really amazing access to authors for author interviews, and he's done some great collaborations with different booktubers, especially centered around the Malazan Book of the Fallen series. And I just really enjoy his content. He's a fascinating guy to get to know, and it's really cool to see him bring his family into it. He's done some reviews in collaboration with his daughters. They'll sit down together and talk about books that they love, and I think that's really, really awesome. So I really think you should check out Philip's channel, and make sure you subscribe to it. He is growing super fast. I mean, I think he's already almost at 5,000 subscribers, and he's been on BookTube a year, and that is just amazing. And it just goes to show how well loved he is and how lovable he is. So make sure you check out his channel, and drop a like, drop a subscribe, and show him some support. He is one of my absolute favorites to watch. And number 7 is Geek on My Sleeve. Carl and Pete, my good friends over at Geek on My Sleeve, are so much fun. Their channel is really, really unique because they mostly do live geek out sessions. They do about 4 a month. One every week, in collaboration or just by themselves, geeking out about different books. They geek out over space operas and lit RPG, and their videos are just so much fun to watch. And I've had the pleasure and privilege of collaborating with them on a couple of occasions, and I'm looking forward to doing more. So they just bring a really unique type of video to the booktube community. And they also do other stuff. They do book reviews, they do tech videos centered around how to film and how to get your audio set up and things like that. So really helpful videos in terms of getting your technology right when you're filming videos, and that's been really helpful to me. So I can't say enough good about those guys. Make sure that you go show them some love, subscribe to their channel, and I think you'll be really, really glad you did. Number 8 is Elliot Brooks. I've been watching Elliot pretty much since the beginning of my booktube fascination. I think I started watching her right when I first started watching BookTube. And she's just got some really awesome content. She does book reviews. She does tag videos. She supports a lot of great charities. She has some really thought-provoking and unique perspectives on books. And she also runs this other channel called World Hoppers, and I'll leave that link below too. And those are collaboration videos that she does with other booktubers, and all of the money that the channel generates goes to charity. I mean, all of it. So I think that's really awesome, and you should definitely check her out and check out World Hoppers. And it's just really neat. She does some reading vlogs every once in a while, and you get to see videos of her dog on those videos, and she does co-reviews with her husband sometimes. So it's just a lot of fun. And I've become good friends with Elliot. She lives in the same city that I do, and so we've gotten to hang out on a couple of occasions, she and her husband and I, and go to the bookstore and just geek out over books. And it's been a real fun time. So she's such a great person and such a great YouTube channel. You definitely need to check her out if you have not already. Number 9 is Quinn's Ideas. Back when I first started watching Quinn's Ideas, it was called Ideas of Ice and Fire, because a lot of the content that he put out was regarding A Song of Ice and Fire book series and the Game of Thrones TV series, but he also does in-depth reviews and discussions and lore videos on the Dune universe, and he's done some stuff on Hyperion. He puts a lot of work into his videos, and if you want to know everything there is to know about the Dune universe, or if you're just getting started with Dune, or if you're kind of halfway through but you're not really sure where to go, or you're not understanding some things, Quinn is definitely the guy to go to. Same with Game of Thrones, the Song of Ice and Fire series. He's done some really, really in-depth, deep dive videos. He's got just a ton of them on the lore of the world of Westeros. So, and he's got other stuff as well. He's got a lot of Lovecraft stuff. I mentioned Hyperion, and he's got other reviews as well. He's got some videos that he just started making not too long ago, reviewing the Star Wars movies, because he just barely started watching the Star Wars movies for the first time in his life ever. And so it's been really interesting to see his perspective as a newbie to Star Wars, reviewing the movies and hearing his thoughts on it. So his channel is a lot of fun, and I really think that you should check him out. I always look forward to seeing his videos when they pop up. And he also wrote a graphic novel. He wrote the text for it, and he collaborated with an artist to do the artistic work inside the graphic novel, of course, and it just looks really, really great. I'm hoping to get my hands on it at some point. The colors just pop, and the story sounds really interesting. So he's just a super creative and multi-passionate guy. He's definitely worth watching. And number 10 is a special mention, because if you have watched BookTube for any length of time, you have probably run across one or two videos by Daniel Green. He is by far one of the most popular booktubers on YouTube, and he's kind of more of a entertainment tuber. He doesn't just do books, but I would probably say that about 90% of what he does is books. But he became most well known, and his channel became popular early on because of his fantasy news segment. I have never seen any other booktuber do a segment where he dresses up like a newscaster and presents the latest in fantasy news to his followers. Just really great. I tune in every single week for his fantasy news segments, because he's always got the pulse on the newest information for all of your favorite franchises, and then some that you've never heard of even. And I'm just really, really impressed with how much work he puts into aggregating all the fantasy news that's out there. I mean, he's got the latest on new Netflix releases that are adaptations of famous fantasy books. He talks about new video games that are coming out. He talks a lot about the new Wheel of Time miniseries that's getting ready to come out, because he is a huge Wheel of Time fan. Back when I first started watching him, he was talking a lot about Wheel of Time, and he still does. But he talks about so much more than that. His reviews are really, really detailed and in-depth. He puts a lot of work into not only the content on his channel, but he puts a lot of work into his channel as well. And he's also an author. He's about to release a novella, so that's kind of cool. And Daniel is just a really, really swell guy, I think. So make sure that you check him out. If you haven't run across any of his videos, I would be extremely shocked. So check out Daniel Green, and I hope you enjoy his content as much as I have. So that's the end of my list, guys. There's a lot of other booktubers that I watch that I didn't mention, and mostly because, I watch them sporadically. There's some really, really super popular booktubers out there that I don't watch on a regular basis. And there's probably some out there that I've missed that deserve more love. And I just haven't ran across their channel, or I maybe haven't watched them in a while, and maybe I need to go back. I don't know. But I will say that these that I listed are not in any particular order. So I'm not saying I like one of them over the other, or I put them in one slot or another in terms of rank. I didn't rank these booktubers. I just really enjoy their content, and you need to know about them. So make sure to check them out. Stay tuned for my future videos on this channel. I'll be having a lot of fun content coming up here in the near future. And guys, I hope that you are reading more books, because that's what my channel is all about. Inspiring you guys to read more books and find new books to love, and new characters to love, and new plots to love. And if you are doing that, and if I'm helping you in any way to do that, that makes me so happy. So I'm Chaz, signing off, and you guys have a great weekend.